Hey there, Canonites, welcome back. You know what time it is. This week's Canon Fodder, much like the last, is pretty ODST focused. Let's not waste time and dive in, feet first. We open with an interview with Joseph Stein, creative director and writer for Halo 3 ODST, and currently senior creative director at Microsoft. The interview is a wonderful read, providing insight into the development of ODST and Sadie's story. I think the part I found most interesting was Stein's description of writing for the ODST squad. Basically, once the voice actors had been locked in, he more or less wrote the characters around the actors. I mean, it's kind of obvious if you've played ODST and were a huge fan of Firefly, but it's still fun to read about. Check out the full interview in the article proper. The next section covers some of the ODST ancillary material, along with some stories that just feature ODSTs, be they from Halo 3 ODST or not. I'd recommend checking out all of these if you haven't already. We start out with Sadie's Story, an audio drama discovered as you explore the Mombasa streets as the Rookie in ODST. It tells the story of Sadie and Desha as she does her best to survive the Covenant invasion of New Mombasa. You discover the audio logs through various objects in the game world, and the logs are accompanied by beautiful paintings by artist Ashley Wood. It's a spectacular story that is worth the hunt. Next, we have The Babysitter from Halo Legends. Its connection to ODST is mainly due to the inclusion of Dutch. Dutch and his squad at the time are led by Spartan Cal 141 to the planet Hayan to assassinate a prophet. It's a wonderful tale with some great animation. Next is the comic lead-in to ODST, Halo Helljumpers. Following Dutch and Romeo prior to their transfer to Alpha 9, the comic explores these two characters in quite a bit of depth for a 5-part series. It's a character story more than anything and is one of my favorite Halo comics. Next up is Dirt from Halo Evolutions. A short story, Dirt does feature the Rookie from ODST, though the majority of the story is focused on a veteran ODST named Gage Yevgeny. It's a great story, one of my favorite from Evolutions and just in general, exploring the Human Covenant War as viewed by an Outer Colony soldier from his days on Harvest to his final moments with an ODST Rookie. Next we have Another Day at the Beach. This is a classic, originally included with the Halo 2 multiplayer map pack and remade for Halo 2 Anniversary. It's viewable on the Halo channel if you haven't seen the updated version, and naturally both the classic and original can be found on YouTube. Last and certainly not least is the newest addition to the ODST mythos, Halo New Blood. A digital-only book at the moment, it follows the story of Alpha 9 after the events in New Mombasa. All of the aforementioned stories are well worth reading, watching, listening, discovering, etc. Check them all out if you haven't. The next section was a real treat, and something I had somehow missed out on. It seems that Jessica Shea went down to Atlanta, Georgia not long ago, moderating a panel that featured Steve Downes and Keith David, voice actors for the Master Chief and Arbiter, respectively. It's available to watch through Twitch, and I'll leave a link in the description below. I would highly recommend listening to it if you like hearing about some of the more behind-the-scenes stuff. There aren't any major reveals, just some awesome stories from two men with godly voices. So that wraps up the main article and brings us to the Universe articles. This week we have the Type 33 Guided Munitions Launcher, or Needler, and the Type 25 Direct Energy Rifle, or Plasma Rifle. For the Needler, there isn't too much to say. The Needler's ability to track living targets in Super Combine remains elusive, and Blamite continues to only be found on the Sanghili moon of Suban. Next up, Wait, what's that? No, they did. Oh my god, they did.
Tom! Chief! Chief! Kyla's been hit!
Well, someone at 343 has an, interesting sense of humor. Moving forward, the Plasma Rifle article is a little more interesting. According to the article, the modern version of the rifle has gone largely unchanged for the last 500 years, though the Plasma Rifle in general has a history with the Sanghili dating back to its pre-Covenant days. Of greater interest, though, is some somewhat new information on the Brute Plasma Rifle. This info has been seen before, but only in the product description for a full-size replica of the weapon. If you haven't seen that, here's the gist. The Brute Plasma Rifle, or Bloodhand as the Jiralhanae call it, was created in secret in anticipation of Truth's takeover of the Covenant. Weapon artisans were allowed to make modifications to the standard design and settings, resulting in a more powerful and faster firing rifle. Such modifications can only be made with the blessings of a hierarch. And so with that, we bring this issue to a close. Tomorrow will bring us the new episode of Hunt the Truth, and I really cannot wait, as always. Until then, this has been Halo Canon. See you next time, Spartans. Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. It means more than I can express in a few minutes of audio. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it around on whatever social media you see fit, and all that jazz. Thank you so much. Your support is everything. I would not be where I am without you. Thanks.